So significant figures. So when you multiply with significant figures, you have to check the amount of significant figures and you take the least amount in each from each one. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4 significant figures. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 significant figures. Here has 2. So the least amount of significant figures is 2. So the answer would be 6.7. This is 2, so this remains 7. That's the answer. That's how you write an answer for number of significant figures. This is for multiplication, when you multiply. Now when you add in, say you have 2.345, like this number here. So when you add all these numbers up, you get 5.4125. When you add in significant figures, right? When you're adding numbers and you take the least amount of decimal places, it's very different from multiplication. So when you add in, you take the least amount of decimal places. So here has 1, 2, 3 decimal places, here has 2, here has 1, 2, 3, 4. So the least amount would be 2. So you write 2, you take the least amount of decimal places and you write that as the amount of significant figures. So here's 2 decimal places, so you take 2 significant figures, 1, 2. So the answer is 5.4. Okay, that's wrong. That's not it. When you add in, you take the amount of decimal places and you take the least amount of decimal place. So in this case, it's 2 decimal places. So you take the least amount. So you take 2 decimal places, 1, 2. Right. So the least amount of decimal places is 2. So the least here will be 2. So answer would be 5.2 decimal place 4, 1. That's how you do when you add in. Adding is completely different from multiplying. When you multiplying, you take the least amount of significant figures. When you add in, you take the least amount of decimal places. So here's 2 decimal places. This has 1 significant figure, but 2 decimal places. So when you add, you take 2 decimal places here. So that means the answer has to be 4. The answer has to be 2 decimal places. So the answer is 2 decimal places. The answer is 5.41. So now I'm going to round it off. So when you're rounding off a number, let's say you have a number 5.421, 5.426. You want to round this off to 3 numbers. If the number is less than 5, then you leave it as. So you get equal to 5.42. If the number after that is less than 5, then you leave it. If you have to round this one off, 4, 5 to 2. If you're rounding off to this point, the number after that, if it's more than 5, then you add 1 to the one in front of it. So this becomes 3. This becomes 5.43. That's it. So now we're going on to addition and subtraction of singles. So here we're doing both addition and subtraction. So if you have a number like this, 6.78 multiplied by that. Here you have multiplication and addition of significant figures. So what do you do? If you know, when you multiply, you take the 3. When you minus, you take the 2 decimal places, right, with the least. But here now you have multiplication and addition. So what the rule is, you keep track of the decimal places. So in this case, you work this out first. So you get 6.78 by 5.903 by. So we work this out. It comes up to 0.479. Now, how many significant figures are in this number? The answer is 2. Because when you minusing numbers, you take the least amount of decimal places. So here I have 2 decimal places, here is 3. So the number here would be 4. You don't round it off yet because you have to multiply. So you leave it as is. You don't round off and say okay 7, and then you leave the number as is. And then you keep track of the significant number. So the last significant number is 712. So now you multiply all this together. If you multiply all of this, whatever answer you get, the answer you multiply, you get 19.1707. So now you multiply them and you check the least amount. When you multiply numbers, you check the least amount of significant figures. So here has 3, here has 1, 2, 3, 4, here has 1, 2. So that means that the answer should have 2 significant figures, the least amount of significant figures. So the answer would be 1, 2. The last number is 1, so you leave as 19, and that's it. So this is a problem to solve. You get 0.003 divided by 3.754 is equal to 0.000799148. When you round that off, you get 7.99 with 10 to the power of minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The answer has 1 significant figure. So why is that? So converting from one unit to another. In chemistry in life, you always gotta convert stuff, right? 1 mile. How much if you're on 1 mile? 1 mile. And I want to convert kilometers. 1 meter. You want to convert that into, you want to convert that into miles, in kilomiles, or something like that. Right? If you have 1 hour, and you want to convert that into seconds, how many seconds are there in 1 hour? Or if you have weight 1 liter, how many milliliters are there in that, or how many centiliters? Something like that, right? You also want to convert stuff. So here I have 1 inch. You want to convert that into 2.54 centimeters. Wait. You can convert 12.5 inches into centimeters. So from by looking at this, we can always tell that 1 inch is larger than a centimeter. 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters. So it takes more inches to make up, takes more centimeters to make up an inch, more amount to, takes 2.54 centimeters to make up just 1 inch. So you can use the simple conversion factor. If you want to convert to centimeters, the one you want to convert to, you find 1 of it. So 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. You want to convert to the one you want to change, you multiply by one of that first. So 12.5 inches is equal to centimeters. You want to convert 2 centimeters, so you want to find the one that you're not converting, you want to make that into 1. So 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. So if 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters, then 12.5 inches will be 12.5 multiplied by 2.54, which is equal to 12.5 multiplied by 2.54, and the answer is 31.78, and you round that off 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 significant figures. So you get 1, 2, 3. The 8 is more than 7, so you round it off to 31.8. Simple conversion. If 1 centimeter is 2.54 centimeters, if 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters, and 12 inches would be just be 12 multiplied by this. So here's another way to do this problem. You have 12 inches, 12.5 inches, and you want to convert that into centimeters. So what you do is, you know the conversion factor. You know 1 inch is equal to 2.54. So you take the 12 inches, 12.5 inches, you multiply that, the one you want to convert, you put that on top. And they say how many inches are there in 1 centimeter? How many inches are there? So 2.54, right, is equal to 1 inch. So the conversion would be 2.54 over 1, because this is the one that's 1. 1 inch is 2.54, so this is the conversion. You want to find centimeters, so centimeters go on top. So the ratio is, I can do this way, the ratio is 1 to 2.54. And then you just 1 inch. So this and this would cancel, and just multiply this out. So you multiply that out, 12.5 by this, and you get 31.8 centimeters. After you round off, you get 31.8 centimeters. So this, the reason why this works is because you're saying that 1 inch. So what's going on there is that if you have a number like, let's say you have a number like 1 kilogram is equal to 1,000 grams. So say you have 4 kilograms and you want to convert that to grams. So we know the ratio is 1 kilogram is equal to 100 grams, 1,000 grams. We know that ratio. What we could do is we wanna create the same ratio. You have kilograms. You want to convert to grams. So what you do is you get for the 4 kilograms. This is the ratio of it. So if you have 4 kilograms and you multiply that, for every 1 kilogram you get 1,000 grams. So if you multiply this, you get 4 kilograms per 1,000 grams. But you don't want to find per 1,000 grams, you want to find 2 kilograms. So you get 4 kilograms squared kilo. This is per kilogram. So what this means is that is 1. So you want to get rid of the kilos. You could put the kilos at the bottom, and you could put the grams at the top. So now this could cancel, and you're left with 4 by 1,000, which is 4,000 grams. So that's a technique they learn. This is a ratio of 1 kilogram. 1 kilogram for every 1,000 grams. So if you have 4 kilograms, so if you want to find 4 kilograms to grams, if you form a ratio that you can cancel this with this. So what would cancel this? Kilograms. 1 kilogram of 1,000 grams. So you have the grams, you want to cancel the kilos, you put the kilo at the bottom. So the key here is to remember, try to create a ratio that you want to convert the kilogram to grams, but you want to make it be able to cancel this. So you put the kilos at the bottom to cancel, and then you find for grams. So the method is, you take the given unit, given unit, you multiply it by the desired unit, that's the one you want to find, and divide that by the given unit. So a given unit factor. So the given units, this is unit, not the given number, but it's a unit. So a unit like cm. So for example, this is kilograms. This would be kilograms. That's what it means for the unit. So the units would cancel. And you're left with the top unit. So that's the whole idea there.